David Dodd is the chairman and CEO of GeoVax Labs, and they had a very interesting and important announcement regarding securing the rights to the vaccine that prevents monkeypox and smallpox. And I want him to talk about it because guess what? I get to talk to CEOs. David, how are you, sir? That's pretty big news, my friend. I mean, that's a big deal. And how timely is that with respect to monkeypox, smallpox? Let's talk about that a little bit.
All right, thank you. And happy birthday to everyone there.
There you go.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
By the way, you need to get back in studio, man. You've been here before. We got to get you back here and hang out at the bar here.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, we get you back here.
Last week, we announced that we had secured the rights from the National Institute of Health of the vaccine that is used to immunize people against both monkeypox and smallpox. It's called MVA, so it stands for Modified Vaccinia Ankara. You can forget it. It's MVA, 3 letters. Now, what's interesting is that MVA not only is the vaccine that prevents monkeypox as well as smallpox, it's also what we use at GeoVax as the platform for all of our infectious disease vaccines. So our COVID-19 vaccine is built upon MVA, which means not only will it likely prevent COVID-19, but it carries the added benefit that it also prevents monkeypox and smallpox. So there's certain parts of the world you can imagine where monkeypox is endemic and it's a major threat, as well as COVID-19. So in this case, that we would hope that we'd deliver a single vaccine that would prevent not only the COVID-19, but also the monkeypox. So we were delighted last week because right now there is one company in the world that supplies the MVA vaccine to the entire world for immunization against monkeypox as well as smallpox. It's a small Danish company, which means we in the United States and every other country is dependent upon this small company to provide that. And so now we have the rights to be able to move this forward through our development, our manufacturing, and hopefully eventual commercialization so that there will not only be a single supplier, there'll now be an additional supplier to be able to provide this vaccine, and a U.S.-based one at that. So we're extremely excited and delighted about this.
You know, it's interesting, David, as you look through this, is that you guys continue with existing technologies, I should say, therapies are finding better uses for these things, because we first started talking to you about a COVID-19 vaccine that's currently in phase 2 clinical trials that differs. I want to talk about how you meld all of those different sort of therapies together and where they are in the arc of the food chain with respect to food for FDA.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and I give credit certainly with the COVID-19 to the team there in Los Angeles at City of Hope. They're the ones who took MVA, using it as a platform, just as we do at GeoVax, and they designed the vaccine that we currently have in the clinical trials. And even more importantly, even yet today at the La Jolla Institute at Scripps is a presentation by one of the scientists from City of Hope, and she's presenting the data that they published in July, which illustrates or demonstrates that the COVID-19 vaccine not only produced potent immune response and protection against monkeypox in both animals as well as non-human primates, but also the COVID-19. So what we've been able to do is take MVA. We like it. It's an established technology. It's been around for decades. It's extremely safe. It works. It's very potent. And so by utilizing that platform, we've been able to design a myriad of different vaccines, from COVID-19 to different Ebola or hemorrhagic fever vaccines. We even have a cancer vaccine that currently is in animal testing, getting ready to go into the clinic, that is again built upon MVA. All of these will carry with them hopefully the eventual additional benefit that regardless of what the primary indication is, such as, let's say, COVID-19, they'll also convey protection against monkeypox and smallpox.
David,
so that's the real benefit we're bringing to marketplace eventually.
His name is David Dodd. He's the chairman and CEO of GeoVax Labs. Of course, they're publicly traded under the stock symbol GOVX. Your new technologies and your technologies are pretty well established. We talked about this last time, David, which is really important. I got a lot of email about it. And they're recognized by regulatory authorities worldwide about safety. And I think, boy, there's so many stories today. In fact, there was 3 stories just yesterday about the safety and efficacy of of newly approved drugs by the FDA. Talk about that, because this is sort of a key selling proposition for you.
It is. What typically happens is people go through clinical development and regulatory approval, and in that process, in a well-regulated, very, very closely oversight process, is that one demonstrates not only the efficacy but also the safety, be it of a vaccine or of a therapeutic, a drug. And then it goes out into the marketplace. And it's typically, if it's approved, it goes out the marketplace. It pretty much performs as one has seen in the clinical trials. But there have been instances before where both therapies as well as vaccines have gone out, and when it gets into a larger populations, one starts seeing some surprising side effects, sometimes very detrimental. There was a vaccine once released that was for children with dengue fever, and there were 600 children that died from it. So you see these situations, you have to monitor them. What we're pleased with, and we like MVA because, one, it has an established safety record. We were exempted by doing animal toxicology studies related to our COVID-19 work because it is recognized for its safety, and it's already established on the markets. We also like it because the technology allows you to basically incorporate numerous parts of a genetic structure, a virus, into that and get a much broader, hopefully a much broader type of response, and perhaps more durable and greater efficacy. So we like it for those reasons, and that's what we focused on, and we believe that we probably have some of the greatest experience and expertise in the world in working with MVA.
David, I have to ask you before I let you out of here today, you hit so many anticipated milestones this year that you told me about in advance, and every one of them was hit. Anything you can share with us for 2023 that you're looking forward to milestone-wise? Is there something, because obviously you guys are poised for a lot of value growth here, and we don't talk about numbers often on the program, but this, with everything you've accomplished so far this year, next year seems to be potentially better than 2022. Anything you're looking forward to with respect to milestones?
Thank you. We are. Next year is a very exciting year because we believe there'll be a couple of data milestones that will be very important to the marketplace. With Gedeptin, which is our gene therapy for advanced head and neck cancers, we expect that next year we'll begin to discuss some data results that are coming out of the studies as we've expanded it to a multi-site center program. With our COVID-19 vaccine, we think that both with our healthy volunteer study of testing it as a booster on top of the Pfizer or Moderna, we expect to start discussing during the first half of the year the results that will be coming out of that. And also within our trial with our COVID-19 among the immunocompromised patients, those individuals with blood cancers, we again expect next year to be discussing results as they start rolling out. So next year is a very exciting year for us because we think we will be discussing data results as they begin to emerge. And we hope to see, obviously, positive results because we want to deliver vaccines that help individuals and immunotherapies as such also.
David Dodd, can't wait to see you back here, pal. Talk to you very soon. GeoVax, GeoVax, one of my favorite guys in the whole world. All right.